Good evening, folks, and thank you for joining us for Game 6 of the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League season, the inaugural season for the Bishop Gorman Gales. For those that aren't aware, the boys got moved up from JV to Varsity D3 based on the lopsided scoring the previous trip last month. This is the first game of the weekend and the first game at the D3 level. Starting lineup: DC Swanson, Xavier Couchet, and Lars Jennings for forwards. Martin and Miller on for defense. Hawks win the face-off. Go for a regroup. And send it down for an icing. Puck's going to come back into the Gorman defensive zone. Gorman wins the face-off shot, and goalie was able to hold on to that one. Shot right off the face-off by Xavier Couchet. Gorman wins the face-off. Miller, shot just to the left of the net. Martin sends it back across. Jennings goes into the corner. Brushes off the defenseman. Looking for a passing lane. Sends it back to Miller. Able to keep it in and sends it back deep. Gorman's doing a good job keeping pressure in their zone. Jennings takes a hit in the corner. Nothing too bad. And Hawks come across. Martin there to break up the forecheck. Miller sending it around. Not able to clear. Martin sends it around. And that is going to be an icing. Puck's going to come back into the Gorman defensive zone. For those joining us, there were some technical difficulties getting the stream up on the previous page that I had set up. So I had to spin something up real quick. I apologize. If you happen to know any other viewers that were hoping to catch it on the other page, if you want to give them a heads up. Face off, and Hawks win that one, but lose control. Gorman on the forecheck beats them. Shot. Gilberto's shot hits the goalie in the glove. Couldn't hold on to it. Regroup. Baldi sends it up to the red line. Brinky sends it deep. Good dump and chase. Got Dunning there to support. Kicking it along. Check back behind the goal, but nothing too serious. And the Hawks trying to get out of their zone. Unable to do so. Brinky sends it back deep. Going for a change. Cash. Tritten coming in. Unable to keep it in the offensive zone, and Hawks go into the Gorman zone. Gales go for a hit. Didn't connect. And Hawks send it back deep, and that is considered out of play. And going for the remainder of the change. Cash money line now rolling out with Evan Davis. And can't see the other defenseman. I apologize. Johnson chips it out to Tritten. Tritten tries kicking it to himself, but didn't connect. Johnson keeps it into their zone from the neutral zone. Tritten pins down his guy. Creel's there in the crease. Johnson able to retrieve, sends it back to Evan Davis. Evan Davis winds up shot, deflection, off the goalie's pads, but was definitely on net. Hawks able to regroup back behind their goal line, tried chipping it out, and O'Hara is there as the other defenseman to hold on to it. Regroup back to Davis. Davis to Johnson. Johnson brushes around his guy, and Cash Creel is there. Stays with the puck, shrugs the defender, looking for Kinkaid. Sends it around. Kinkaid looking for a lane. Sends it over to Martin. Martin shot, but goalie is able to glove that one. Rest of the line change comes out for the forward side. We have Liam Marsh and Colin Davis coming in for the face-off in the Gorman defensive zone. A lot of effort in keeping that puck in the Hawks defensive zone. Lots of shots on net. I don't think they've recorded a single shot on net the other direction. Davis wins the face-off. Back to Marsh. Back to Martin. Gales regroup. Kinkaid putting pressure. Davis there to grab. Nope. Just chipping around and sends it through the neutral zone. Hawks into the offensive zone. Marsh there putting pressure. And Gorman clears it from the crease. Chips it out, but that is over the glass. Defensive change coming up. Posner and Baldi coming in. Same forward set. Davis, Kinkaid, and Marsh face off in the defensive zone. 13:47 remaining in the first period. A little conversation before the puck drop. And Hawks win that one. Send it back to the blue line. Shot. Davis there. Off his knee. Trying to get some separation from the puck there. Marsh sends it back down to the defenseman. Hawks going back behind their net. Davis tries poke checking, unable to get there. Shot up in the air, over the net, back behind the goal line. Posner there to help chip it out, unable to do so. Davis comes in to separate. Davis looking, dangles around his forward, slings it back around. Look for the defenseman. Marsh there to regroup, chips it up and over, and that is going to be an icing. Nope, they wave it off. Davis keeps the puck back behind the goal line. Checks back, shoves the man, knocks himself down. Jennings comes in for a check. Brush him off the puck. Davis sends it back deep. Jennings sends it over to DC Swanson. DC Swanson pinned to the wall. Jennings there to support. It's the high man. Boucher. And Evan Davis sent it back deep. Jennings in pursuit. Oh, hard hit there with Jennings. No call. Boucher chips it up. Not able to get there. O'Hara shot off the pads. Open backside of the net, but no one there to get it. O'Hara sends it deep, but it goes off the forward. Davis able to get a solid back check in and send it back into the Gorman offensive zone. And Swanson sends it back in, keeping the pressure. Shea there. Hawks looking for a breakout. Some frustration brewing. Zupancic there to intercept. Looking for a passing lane. Sends it to Shuberta. Shuberta shot short side. No one there to retrieve. Sends it back across. And not sure what the penalty was on that one. Or the call was. We'll wait and see what the stoppage of play came from. We're still 5-on-5. Not sure what the stoppage was. I think it may have been the goalie or the net coming off. Dunnigan taking the face-off in the zone. Wins the face-off. And Gorman looks to send it deep, but not quite enough on that one. Zupancic pushes the man off the puck as they send it deep. Miller sends it back around. Gilberta chips it up to Dunnigan. Dunnigan working through the neutral zone. And Martin able to keep it in, but Hawks send it neutral zone. Gilberta regroups, sends it deep. Gilberta there to retrieve the puck. Dunnigan there. Shot short side. Goalie had the post covered on that one. And we have a 3-on-2. We have a solid back check from Gorman. Shot off the side of the net at the feet of Baldi. Baldi tries sending it around, and they try stuffing it, but Kelly is there to cover. 10:42 remaining in the first period. Again, I apologize, folks. The game started early and some technical difficulties on my side and YouTube, not playing very nice. Had to set up a new feed quickly. Posner there after winning the face-off. Cash Johnson digging. Johnson moving pretty much everyone he wants to. off that puck. Puck loose along the wall, and Creel is there to hold it down. Works it out towards the neutral zone, but gets pushed off the puck. Unable to get the puck in the neutral zone. Creel there, fighting it off, and scary route for that puck there. Tritten sent it to Tritten, and puck's out and into the neutral zone. Johnson and Creel, 2-on-1 if they can beat there. Creel just out of the reach of Cash Creel. Cash Creel looking for a passing lane. Went to send it Tritten, just off there. O'Hara sent it deep. Johnson there, and Tritten, and Creel. Money line at full, and the puck comes flying into the stands. Line change for the Gales. O'Hara, Evan Davison, defensive, running the blue line. Colin Davis, Kinkaid, and Liam Marsh in for your forwards. 9:42 remaining in the first period. Davis wins, but the shot, little extra clear in front of the net, little how you doing, and the rest there to tell him to head back to the other side. First meetup between these two teams. Not sure how this is going to look. Little wardrobe malfunction. Gorman there. Solid win for the faceoff, but off of Hawks. Get a goal. 1-0 Hawks. 9:28 remaining in the first period. Off the faceoff. Faceoff win, but a bad bounce. An unlucky bounce and a breakaway the other direction. All right, time to brush that one off. Hawks win the faceoff. And whiff on the puck. Lars Jennings is there and able to chip it, send it back deep. Hawks there to intercept that. Jennings again holding it down. And that is going to be an ice. Puck's going to be coming on back. Crochet, Swanson, Jennings in for your forward set. Martin and Miller in for your defensive duo. Miller sends it back deep. Jennings there. Easily moves the man for the Hawks. Hawks able to come away with it, though. Slight tangle up behind the goal line. Hawks go for a breakout, but Crochet there puts pressure. And a hard check by Martin, separating the man from the puck. And then some. DC Swanson looking to send it to the center, and puck is cleared out into the neutral zone. Hawks goes for a D-man regroup, looking for a passing lane, and no one there. Martin there to pick it up, and they're going to wave off the icing. Martin goes to chip it out. Held at the blue line, though. Yep, they're going to call that one offsides. Fortunate call for the Gales. Line change coming up. Baldi, Posner, defensive duo, and Shaberta, Dunnigan, and Frankie Spancic. If your forwards, Hawks win the face-off, trying to chip into the zone, but Shaberta's there to regroup and grab it. Puck stopped in the neutral zone. Shaberta comes away with it. 1-on-2. Goalie goes, and goalie covers at the crease, and get a little chippy back around the goal in the crease. 8:01 remaining in the first period. Gales losing 1-0. Pressure mostly going for Gorman the entire game, except for a few bad bounces. Hawks sending it deep into the Gorman defensive zone. Baldi there to retrieve, put pressure. Solid hit. Dunnigan keeping the Hawk in. Oh, hang up there. Not going to call that. Could have been a hook. Baldi chips it up to Tristan Schuberta. Schuberta looking for a passing lane up to Dunnigan, but took a bounce off of the Hawk player. Whiff on the Hawk side. Stepancic able to hold it. Schuberta able to hold it. Great effort. Schuberta trying to find a passing lane, but ends up losing the puck there. Bad bounce off the glass, but Evan Davis is there to chip it back in and keep the pressure. Line change. Cash money line in. Tritten chips it deep. Johnson, Creel there in support. Money line in full effect. Creel there. Goalie's trying to get a grip on it. Couldn't do it. Johnson sends it across off a skate and almost in. Tritten stopping it, pinning the puck along the wall. Johnson sends it over, but covered by the goalie right at the crease. Solid effort on the cash money line. They're going to hang in there for a little bit longer for another shift for a change. And we have Martin and Miller coming in on defense. Johnson. Not really a win on that faceoff. Hawks come away with it. Miller, Creel able to hold it and sends it back into the corner. Johnson there to hold on to it. Creel coming around the other direction. It's pinned to the wall. Holding it there. Gorman trying to get that puck moving before they call it. And Johnson comes up with it. Sends it back to Creel. Creel dodges a check and gets pinned pretty hard, but they're not going to call that one. Creel gets shoved in the back of the head and a hit against the wall. No call. Creel not giving up. Creel, the machine. And Hawks able to come away with it. But Johnson there to hold it. Try to chip it out. Miller sends it back deep. And Gales go for a full change. Sorry, full forward change. Kinkaid first up. Davis holds it in. Marsh sends it. Davis, chip. Almost right off the goalie. Martin sends it back deep. Marsh and Davis in pursuit. And Hawks go vertical for it. Martin able to grab it, but made it in the neutral zone. Kinkaid with a solid check. Miller there for the regroup. Colin Davis bringing it up. Sends it back to Marsh. Marsh sends it deep into the zone. Kinkaid there to hold the position. Kinkaid looking for passing lane. Sends it to Marsh. Marsh right in front. Interfered with, but not called. Kinkaid puts pressure, trying to separate from the puck. Puck still breaks through. Apologize, folks. Shot off the post. Davis there chips it up. And almost a clear breakaway for Marsh. Davis with a solid check to a Hawk player back behind. And they need to clear out for an offsides. Gorman regrouping. Davis comes around the goal line, chips it up to Kinkaid. Kinkaid trying to send it in. Hawks come away with it. Gorman chips it back up. Kinkaid sending it deep. And they go for a full change. Hawks looking for a passing lane, send it up. Almost picked off by DC Swanson, who's the goal leader for the Ducks. Sorry, for the Ducks. Reading the Ducks here. Goal leader for the Gales so far this season. Clean breakout over to Xavier Cachet. X sends it deep. And they're going to call that. Ice said he was a little early on sending it. And this is unfortunately going to come back down to the Gorman defensive zone. 3:41 remaining in the first period. Board here does not have shots on net, but it's been pretty heavy in favor of Gorman. Score 1-0 in favor of Hawks with an unfortunate breakaway off face-off in the other zone. Lars, sorry. Oh, almost. And Great follow-up shot. Seth Lars misread the number. Correction, no, it was Lars. Lars, and then I believe either DC or X came in to follow up. Sorry, Lars with the goal. Taking a walk down the front of the bench there. They're going to come off after a solid shift to tie things up. 3:28 remaining in the first period. We are tied at 1-1. Gorman's JV team's debut at the varsity E3 level. Hawks come away with a face-off win and try sending it deep, and they're going to call this icing. Puck's going to come on back to the Gorman offensive zone. Refs letting the boys know they decided to change sides. Done again there at the circle. Gorman comes with the face-off. Matt Miller shot just over the post. Martin shot, sends it right into the center. There's no one there. Martin, another shot right to the gut of a player, and Hawks able to clear it. And this is going to be considered, oh, they waved this one off. Not enough effort, boys. Miller. Shift in. Clean. Gibberta. Just push off the puck. Dunnigan there. Hold on to it. Sends it over. Back to Dunnigan. Roughs around. Sends it back to Martin. Martin winds up and off the stick and up into the netting. Hawks player left their stick back behind the Gorman goal line. So you can go retrieve that as the cash money line rolls out, along with Posner and Baldi. 2:36 remaining in the first. Still a tied game. Those that are just joining us. And Gorman wins the faceoff, sends it back to Posner. Shot. Goalie unable to hold on to it. Sends it back around, left the backside of the net open. Boys need to take note. Johnson sends it back to Creel. It's a nice. Oh. Posner isn't able to get enough of that one, and puck makes its way into the neutral zone. Baldi's there to grab it, chips it off the wall for Johnson. Johnson leaves it to Creel, but Creel got held up. Creel sends it up to Tritten. Tritten with a clean break. I think not sure. They're going to call, I think maybe contact to the head, and Creel's going to head to the box for the first penalty kill of the game. First penalty overall. And puck is going to come back down into the Gorman defensive zone. 2:05 left in the game on a 2-minute penalty. It's going to pretty much close this one out. Swanson and Crochet in. Hawks win the faceoff. Back to the D. But Jennings able to clear it. X putting pressure in and sends it back deep again. Jennings, Swanson, and Crochet in, playing with 1D. And Swanson able to send it back deep, and Hawks need to go back and regroup. 1:20 remaining. Dunnigan and Spancic come in, continue on the penalty kill. Spancic trying to beat his man. Catching up, able to chip it out, and Gale's able to clear again. Dunnigan there to put pressure. Hawks chip it out, but cough it up. Dunnigan almost able to come away with it. Hawks looking for a little softer approach. Hawks player Deeks works his way in. Is able to get in, looking to establish. Davis in. Evan Davis shot off goalie's pads, and Davis able to clear. Full change for Gorman as the Hawks go back for another try. 25 seconds remaining in the penalty kill for Gorman. Boucher back in with Swanson. Hawks send it across the middle, but Gorman able to come away with it, and O'Hara sends it back deep. Retrieved his own, but Swanson there. Shot. Rebound available, but no one there to grab it. Almost a short-handed goal. Creel back out. 2 seconds remaining. And that is it for the first period. All right, folks, getting ready to kick off the second period. Conversation Center Ice. We avoid another mishap that led to the Hawks' only goal. Gorman Gale's been dominating most of the night, other than a few bad bounces. Davis, Marsh, Kinkaid in for your forwards. Martin and Miller in for your defense. Kicking off the second period, and Gorman comes away with the face-off. Miller sends it over to Kinkaid. Kinkaid loses it, but chip it in. Davis dangles around, almost gets tripped up. Goes to shoot, stick on stick, and wasn't able to get enough on that one. Face off in the Gorman offensive zone. 16:45 remaining in the second period. Gorman comes away with the face-off back to Miller. Miller shot off the Hawk player's leg. Davis there in the crease, but not able to get it before the ref blew the whistle. Goalie quick to cover that one. Hawks go for a change, not getting the wins they're needing in the defensive zone. This line coming in now appears to be their number one line. Player number 9 for the Hawks, one of the better ones. Hawks win, but Gorman's still able to chip it at the net. Do this again. And another one. Refs waiting for the chit-chatting. And Gorman wins it, sends it back to Miller. Martin. Martin sends it to Miller. Miller sends it down deep. Davis there. Davis sends it front, chip. And what are they calling? Little scrum in front of the net. Goalie went into the net with the puck underneath him. Not sure what they're going to call here. Should be a goal. I believe Marsh. Davis chipped it into the crease. And I believe Marsh, they're going to call this a goal. Possibly. I'm not sure who got that one. Not going to lie, folks. A lot of discussion happening back at the net. No goal. They're calling no goal. Not sure why. Puck was under the leg of the goalie, and the goalie fell backwards into the net, brought it with him. Defensive change. Hawks win the faceoff, but Marsh is there. able to move him away from the puck, tries to send it deep, back behind the goal line. Does. Hawks go to circle around. Davis in pursuit. But Posner there to retrieve. Ships it. Sends it. Oh! They're on the goalie. They got tripped up and fell on the goalie. At that point, any goal made would have been disallowed. So Gorman may be going for a forward change. Getting lots of traction here beginning of the second period. Nope, they're going to let the boys stand as they are. Davison to the face-off. And Hawks come away with it. Try sending it out. Unable to do so. Davis there separates the puck. Kinkaid able to hold it. Marsh lifting a stick. Battling. Looking for a passing lane. Tries sending it to the center, but off a Hawk stick. Hawks go for a breakout. And they're able to hold it down. Back to Marsh. Marsh sends it over to Davis. Davis looking for a breakout. Hopefully sending it deep. Gets separated. Back behind the goal line. Closer there to hold it. Ships it back into the zone. Kinkaid keeping it. Kinkaid using his foot. Keep it in the zone. Kinkaid with a solid open ice hit. Davis retrieves. Sends it back to the defense for a regroup. Posner sends it deep. Gorman goes for a change. Baldi, last man on the ice to hold down the fort. Able to keep in the zone. Tritten. Unable to get there in time. Davis. Shot. There, but the goalie was able to get the pad in the way. Another shot deflected by his own team, almost in and held in by O'Hara. O'Hara sends it to Davis. Davis had shot it. A lot of traffic in front of the goalie there. Johnson tries sending it. It's in front of the crease, right at the crease. Puck still loose. Goalie's on his stomach. Puck is loose. O'Hara shot just over the net. Evan Davis stuff it, keep it in the zone. Puck makes it through, but Creel there to hold it. Creel sends it back deep, and the boys go back into battle. Goalie back behind his own net. Johnson. Hawks try to send it out off the boards. Not enough. Martin bumps his man, takes him down. Martin as well lost an edge. Loose puck in front of the net, though. Creel chips it out. Almost got hit by a monster of a kid. It's huge. Tritten shot right to the goalie. So Gorman with a very strong second period so far. 1-1 still after a disallowed goal. Gorman comes away with a win. Lars Jennings chips it back to Miller. Miller shot off the player, chips it back in. Another shot off the pads of the goalie and covered. Touche. Jennings, Swanson in your face-off. Miller and Martin. Face-off win. Miller shot off player. Swanson pinning the guy down and chips it back deep to Martin. Martin winds up, shot, and goalie was able to hold on to this one. No rebound available. Plenty of Gales there. Clean up any loose change. It's like Swanson may have broken a stick to make for a beginning of a very expensive weekend. 13:22 remaining in the second period. Gales win the faceoff back to Martin. Martin loses a little bit. Shot almost in net, just off the post. Hawks send it back around. Martin pitches up, holds it. Jennings there, looking for a passing lane. Tries crossing it. The X. Swanson, one-timer, unable to get there, and goalie able to cover. Lots of pressure on the Hawks right now. Get it out of their zone. Hawks go for a change as well. Send out appears to be their biggest line yet. Keep in mind, most of these kids appear to be juniors or seniors. Gales win the face-off. Back to Baldi. Baldi winds up. Shot. Puck off the pad of the goalie. Loose. Careful for an interference call. Posner goes in and chips it back deep. Keep it in play. Hawks able to clear. Sends it deep, and that will be an icing. Puck's going to come on back into the danger zone for the Hawks. Second period, a very dominant period. I don't believe Hawks have reported a single shot on net this period. Done again. Gales come away with the face-off. Chaberta, the backhand shot. Goalie able to glove it. A little bit of chit-chat in front of the net. Couple of how you doing. Goalie not very happy with Gorman right now. Done again. Into the face-off. Hawks come away with it. Over clear, but get it into the neutral zone, but Gorman is there to maintain possession and send it back deep, making the Hawks work. Done again. Solid check back behind the net. Davis. Oh, there's offsides. And they're going to bring that one for offsides. More than likely going to come back to the Gorman side. Nope, they're going to drop it right outside the offensive zone. Fortunate drop for Gorman. You don't heed their warning of offsides. A lot of times they will bring it back into your zone. Davis, Marsh, Kinkaid in with O'Hara and Evan Davis. Colin Davis applying pressure. Another unfortunate bounce. Davis able to separate. O'Hara winds up, shot, and goalie reaches for the stars to grab that one. Just a couple inches over the net. Dale's doing a great job attacking the crease on these shots. Pick up whatever rebounds are there. Face off in the offensive zone. 11:53 remaining in the second. And Hawks come away with the face-off win. O'Hara's there to grab it. Going for a defensive regroup. Actually, chips it up to Kinkaid, to Davis. Davis dingles around, goes into the zone, sends it back to Marsh. Marsh shot. There. Oh, Kinkaid not able to get enough on it. It was right there. Davis, the solid check, sending a player into the boards. Loose puck, though, in front of the net, and Kelly there to cover. Just got to say, folks, I'm a little biased, but that was, I'm going to call out the hit of the year. Almost sent number 9 for the Hawks, probably one of their better players, all the way into the Gorman bench. Yale's come away with the face-off win, chip it up. Not able to get it out, though, but Miller's there to hold on to it, chips it forward, and able to keep it. Tritten. Hawks send it into their own zone. Creel there. And Cash money line in full effect. Cash shrugging off checks like they're nothing. Tritten sends it across. No one there at the net, but Miller is going to shoot off a Hawk player. Sends it across. Backside of the net was wide open. Lots of opportunities. Really need to connect here. And Moneyline sends it back deep. Hawks have a long change. As long as Gorman can keep the pressure and send it back deep. Martin chips it out to Johnson. Sorry, folks. Tritten. Tritten sends it back deep. Johnson pinned. Pressed off the puck. Still battling. Creel there. Pinning down. Johnson, backhand shot. Short side, but goalie was there to cover. 10-11 remaining in the second period for what is becoming a very good game. Inaugural game for the JV team as they get into Varsity Division 3. Based off the offensive zone, Crochet wins it, but they lose it in the zone. Baldi sends it back deep. Players tag up. Back to Baldi. Baldi telling Hawks player what's up, and Gorman tags up. Crochet gets in, separates the man from the puck easily. Back to Posner. Posner shot. Loose. Crochet. Swanson battling. Sorry, Jennings. Pass intended for Baldi was picked off. We have Posner there to regroup. Sends it up to Jennings. Jennings brings it into zone. Battle along the blue line. Hawks come away with it. Oh, hard hit, and they're going to call Swanson for roughing an open ice hit. Overall, a good hit. Extended the arm. I don't know if the arm made contact, but if you extend the arm on the contact, they're generally going to call you for roughing. Gales go back on the penalty kill. Second penalty kill of the game. No power plays yet for them. Hawks throw in their number one line. Dunnigan taking the face off. And Gorman comes away with a win. Chips it up and out. Frankie Spancic there. Make sure they don't get comfortable. Interference, but they're not calling it. Gorman goes to send it back in the neutral zone again. Gales get a hold of the puck, and Davis sends it back deep. Gales go for a change. Full change. Crochet, Jennings in. Jennings working through the neutral zones. Gets him off the puck. Hawks able to keep it, though. And they're going to call that offsides. Thought it made it in first, but we'll take it. Miller and O'Hara in on the defense. Crochet, Jennings. Hawks win the face-off. Jennings there. Flips his man. Miller sends it back up. And Jennings is there. And comes away with the puck. Sends it to front. Crochet. Sends it. Sends it again. Almost through the 5-hole. The goalie not expecting so much pressure on a penalty kill. However, they get back behind the forwards. Off the post. Hawks player falls down to the ground. And Gorman is able to send it back into the zone. Gale's looking to get a change in. Miller stays on. Dunnigan in. Evan Davis in. And Spancic in. Spancic goes to send it in. Can't get enough on it, but Shiberta chips it deep. 26 seconds remaining on the penalty kill for DC Swanson. Hawks looking for a clear passing lane. And Davis sends it back deep. Try again. Hawks. 10 seconds left on the penalty kill. And one of their top players dangling through the open ice. And puck is separated through the neutral zone and sent back deep. Shiberta on the forecheck. Chips. Loose puck. It's open. If they can get there, goalie gets back in net. DC Swanson comes off. Shiberta with a shot, but gloved. 7:04 remaining in the second period. Varsity D2 played earlier today. Been a very strong game. Unfortunate 4-3 loss. A solid effort all around. You can catch that game on Summer Bottenberg's stream, Larison Sports Broadcasting. Let's catch up on that one. Martin brings it back around. His own goal. He's going to take it himself. Dangles around. Shot off the side of the net. Kinkaid drops back. Oh no. Be very careful with that one. But poke check out. And Martin there as a forward drives it up, sends it across. Back Davis to Marsh. And Davis Marsh goal to make it 2-1 for the Gales. Martin putting in a lot of pressure, working as a forward, skating it coast to coast, keeping it in play. Since Davis sends it over to Marsh. Marsh cleans it up down in front. Line change. Money line back on. Playing against, again, what appears to be Hawks top line. Number 9, dinging shot. And a follow-up goal off the face-off. Hawks send it, and we're there to clean up the rebound. 6:09 remaining in the second period. And we got a game, folks. Boucher, Jennings, Swanson in, and Gales win. Posner. There's Swanson to Boucher, but not able to. Hawks keep their top line on again after that goal, trying to get a repeat. Jennings chips it up to Crochet. Crochet working to get it out and able to connect, but Jennings is there to send it. I apologize, folks. Jennings gets it in the zone, brings it around, but stripped of the puck. The Hawks go into the zone. 13 tries shooting, but Posner there to block the shot. Dangles around, brings it up. Stopped at the wall. And a great save by Kelly off the butt of the stick. Baldi with a solid check back behind the goal line. And Gales go for a breakout. X stopped in the neutral zone. Chipped up. Crochet just out of reach. Puck still in the offensive zone. Got 2-on-2. Posner able to separate, but loses it trying to clear. Swanson and Jennings working to keep it out. Jennings putting in the effort here. Swanson, if he can beat the man, he's got 2. He's got to hurry up or go for Gorman going for a change, and Swanson sends it deep. Dunnigan in the check. O'Hara shot off a stick and out of play. Schuberta, Pancic, Dunnigan in for your forward set. O'Hara and Evan Davis in for defense. 4:20 remaining in the second period. Hawks win the faceoff, but Dunnigan is there to retrieve it. Him and Schuberta working back behind the net. Schuberta comes away with it. Hawks able to chip it out back behind the goal line. Frankie sends it back deep. And Hawks go for a breakout. To the neutral zone at their feet. And that should have been a tripping, but they're not going to call it. A lot of missed calls in this game. Happens in the NHL and youth hockey. Miller, Martin shot. And right on net. Goalie able to hold on to that one. And 5-hole. I think he felt that one. Marsh, Davis, and Kinkaid in for your forwards. Martin and Miller in. Face off in the offensive zone. 3:36. Hawks win the face off. Davis there to regroup and retrieve it. Davis not finding the right passing lane. And puck comes over to Kinkaid. Kinkaid sends it deep back to Marsh. Marsh chips it over to Davis. Davis working through the middle. Stick got in there, separated. Miller sends it back deep. Davis in to retrieve. Puck taken there and sent back deep by Gorman. Kinkaid. Marsh sends it back deep. On the goal line, Kinkaid gets hit. Martin shot, tipped by Davis, and almost in net. I apologize, folks. I have not been keeping track of the shots on net, but it is pretty lopsided. Hawks, 2 post shots. 2:56 remaining in the second period. Same lineup for Gales. Gorman wins the face-off. Chips it back to Martin. Martin winds up. Shot off the goalie's shoulder. Davison to retrieve the rebound and chips it out. No one there. Marsh sends it back deep. Kinkaid chips it out to defenseman. Martin, shot to the chest. Goalie able to hold on to that one. Gorman keeping the same line. Goalie is going to be hurting tomorrow with that shot from Martin. Yale win the face off. Martin shot. Follow-up shot. Shot. There's a rebound. Marsh went for it. Blew the whistle a little early, what Gales are saying. Not getting a fair chance. And a little bit of a lineup change potentially. We got Martin, Posner, and Davis, Marsh, and Kinkaid. Davis strips a man of his stick, and the puck goes out into the neutral zone. Posner there to regroup. Back to Martin. Martin looking for passing lane. Back up to Posner. Marsh putting pressure. Hawks player tries sending it around. Chips it around back to Martin. Martin sends it back to Posner. Posner looking for a shot. Over. Davis there to regroup. Not able to get there in time. Kinkaid, a solid check. Davis. Team needing a line change. Davis flicks it out to Kinkaid. Kinkaid, he can beat the man. Shot off the skate of the Hawks player. Kinkaid able to get it back. Put in the extra effort and a solid check to top it off. Cherry on top. Johnson keeps it, sends it back deep. Marsh goes in for a change. And Moneyline out to do some damage. Davis sends it back deep. 2-2 game still. Not sure what's going on. They keep stopping. Oh, the net came off goal line. 1:11 remaining in the second in a 2-2 game. Bishop Gorman Gales on fire. Just not getting enough in the net. Fairly lopsided game. Tripping up front, nothing called. Creel took a spill. Creel coming in, though. Not letting him get a freebie. Shot. Kelly able to shrug it off. Evan Davis. Cash Johnson back behind the goal line. Davis flicked out. Hawks player back to the blue line. Hawks able to regroup. Except Tritten is there. He's got Creel on the other side. If he can beat it, sends it to Creel. Creel with a goal to make it 3-2. 40 seconds remaining in the second period. Great effort at the blue line by Tritten, driving it through the neutral zone. Creel reading the pass, and there he sends one past the goalie and into the net. 3-2, Gales. Money line staying on. Keeping it rolling. Johnson wins the face-off. Baldi. Baldi sends it over to, I think they did a line change here. Change up. We've got O'Hara in. Johnson beats the man there. Creel battling. Back behind the goal line. Tritten sends it out. Baldi grabs it, though. Looking for a passing lane. Decides to send it deep. But picked off and sent up and over Baldi. Apologize, folks, for the camera work. They're going to not do an icing on that one. Creel chips it out. Just off target on Tritten. And that is the end of the second period. Shots on net very lopsided in favor of Gorman. In a 3-2 game. Gales on top going into the third period. Quick recap of how we got here. First goal, Jennings, I believe, off a pass from Swanson. Second goal, Martin to Colin Davis to Liam Marsh. And then goal number 3, just at the end of the second period, with a breakaway, Tritten, Creel, as the money line continues doing damage. Crochet, Swanson, Jennings in to start us through the home stretch. 17 minutes on the clock. We go into the third period. Crochet wins the face-off. Defensive regroup. Back up to Swanson. Swanson brings it into the zone. Sends it around the man. Sends it to the right to the front, just out of reach of Jennings. Defensive regroup. A whiff on the puck. Martin has to beat him. Able to get there. Swanson trying to chip it in and does so. Looking for passing lane in the crease. Puck comes back to Martin. Martin. And Martin shot off the post. Jennings there to give us the 2-goal advantage. 4-2 Gales, 16:29 in the third period. That is our second goal for Lars Jennings. We are officially on watch for a hat trick as he's buzzing this evening. Keeping the line in. Defense doing a great job sending it in. Gorman's win the face-off. Regroup, back around to Swanson. Swanson brings it in. He's got Crochet. Sends it through. Goalie chips it back. Puck off the side of the net. Crochet sends it. Little chip pass out. Hawks try to clear. Can't do so. Crochet looking around. Chips it back. Cycling to Jennings. Jennings working around. Chips it back to the defenseman. Defenseman shot, but off the Hawks stick. Crochet. Unfortunately, the puck gets around Martin. And Swanson sends it deep. Lars there. Put pressure and keep the Hawks honest. And Lars almost with a third. Lars beats his man back behind the goal line. Jennings going for extra credit here. Sends it back up to Shiberta. Shiberta sends it back to the blue line. Baldi shot loose in front of the net. Posner sends it back down. Not let him get out easy. Dunnigan sends it back behind the goal line. Stepancic's there. Might have been interference there. Dunnigan working. And Hawks' top line is back out, but Shiberta's there. If he can get around, sends it through the defenseman's legs. Puck comes back. Unfortunate bounce. Baldi doing a great job. And Baldi, sorry folks, Baldi with a solid check to stop their top player number 9 from getting through. Shiberta acting as a defenseman sends it, and puck is out into the neutral zone. Hawks got to regroup. Spancic trying to cut off some angles. Been a few turnovers working through their zone like that so far this game. Shiberta sends it back up. Dunnigan's there. Got to be careful for too many men. Shiberta, again, more on the defensive side, sends it to O'Hara. O'Hara sends it up. Light little love tap there. Dunnigan working to get there in time. But Hawks player gets it. Line change for the Gales. Evan Davis regroups, chips it back out to Liam Marsh. Dunnigan comes off. Davis comes on. Marsh back behind the goal line. He's got Kinkaid. Kinkaid sends it back down to O'Hara. O'Hara sends it. Able to keep it in along the blue line as he walks across. Hawks player trying to dangle around Kinkaid. And Hawks able to get it out, but Evan Davis is there to send it back in. Kinkaid, first man there. Chips it back to Liam Marsh. A few too many guys up there. Marsh, just to the right of the net. Davison. Hawks go for a breakout. Oh! You got a delayed penalty. Hawks not pulling their goalie. And that's going to be a bad one. I'm going to go with contact to the head as the Hawks player's helmet came off. I believe that would be Kinkaid to the box. Hopefully it's just a roughing. Let's see what they call here. Contact to the head. Looks like they're going to go with, so far they have a minor penalty up right now. 2 minutes. Coach is trying to get a read on what's happening here. Looks like they're going to put 2 in the box. Looks like they're going to go with a 2 and a 10. Kinkaid looks like he's going to get the 10-minute, and Marsh will serve the 2. Gorman goes into power play. Sorry, penalty kill. Have not had a power play yet this game. O'Hara tries clearing it, not able to do so. And Xavier Crochet sends it down deep, and he's going to go ahead and start working line. Swanson there to try to keep it, unable to do so. And O'Hara holding it down at center ice. Top line out for the Hawks. Player number 9 is the man to beat. Shot over the net, and Gorman sets up, looks to clear, but not high enough. Swanson able to get there. Puck is up and sent deep. Gales go for a full change. Coming in, Dunnigan and Frankie Zubancic as the Hawks go for a breakout. Send it to the right side, but a bad pass. And Shiberta chips it down deep. Got Shiberta and Davis. Shiberta acting as the other defenseman. Pass out to, we got a 2-on-1. Player not able to hold on to the puck. Dunnigan trying to put some pressure. Spancic there. Boys a little too engaged. Got to watch out center ice. Puck comes back to the blue line. Chipped in front of the net, but wide. Shiberta chips it. Trying to get it, unable to get it deep though. Shiberta comes in and sends a diagonal pass out into neutral zone. Gale's going for a change. And Kelly there to hold on to that one. Gale's trying to send it deep. get a change in. It was picked off early as the Hawks came back in. 11:27 remaining in the third. 16 seconds remaining in the 2-minute penalty being served by Liam Marsh on behalf of Kinkaid. Hawks blue line. Shot off the skate. Baldi pins the man down. Separates. And looking to get a solid clear. Got to be careful. We are now 5-on-5. And Tritten not able to get enough on it. Tried to set it deep. Tritten money line out there, working hard. Got to avoid the penalties. Gales winning 4-2. 10:49 remaining. Tritten battling. He's got Creel on him. Still battling along the boards. Comes out the Creel. Johnson. Posner sends it. Not able to get enough on it at the blue line. Puck shot off the player's leg. And Posner sends it back for a regroup. Got to be careful. Oh, chipped. Very fortunate chip for Gales. That would have been an icing. Cross-check in the back. Not called. Creel. Johnson still working. Swanson into support. And Hawks looking for a breakout. Johnson there to shut it down. Johnson dangles around. Still dangling. Puck just out of reach. Martin trying to chip it deep, but off the player for the Hawks. And Hawks send it back deep. Miller chips it up to Jennings. Jennings has got a clear lane to Crochet. Crochet has got to clear. Backhands it. Back to Swanson. Swanson to O'Hara. O'Hara walking the blue line. Shot. Loose in front of the net. Not covered. Lars going for the Hattie. We're on Hattie watch, folks. Jennings and just off the stick of O'Hara. But Martin is there to regroup as they go to tag up. And they're going to call an icing. Nope. Yes. We're a little delayed on calling that icing. Oh, sorry. They're going to go with offsides on that one. As the cash line is back out. 9 minutes remaining. Actually, there is a penalty on number 13 was the issue. So we have our first power play for the Gales. Cash line out. Going to 5-on-4. Gales win the face-off. Send it back to Martin. Martin back to Miller. Miller sending it, but tipped on its way to Tritten. Tritten, Miller, Martin, sorry. And no loose change on that one. Been a lot of loose pucks out in front of the net. The boys have definitely taken notice. .8:53 remaining in the third period. 1:48 remaining in the power play. Johnson into the face-off. Gales win it. Unable to get enough mustard on it, but chipped in. Creel sends it back to Cash Johnson. Cash Johnson chips it up to Tritten, trying to slow things down a little bit. But got a turnover in number 9 coming in. And Martin able to send it up and out. Johnson. He's got Tritten, center ice. You got Miller. Goes for the shot, just over. And Martin is able to hold it, but it ends up being deflected out. Martin brings it in himself. Shrugs off. Sends it loose. Johnson able to maintain possession. Sends it back to Miller. Miller winds up. Creel. Backhand, but not able to do it. The defenseman for the Hawks jumping on the puck and holding it to stop play. It's a different strategy. Line change for Gorman. Davis, Marsh, and Shiberta in, as Kinkaid is still serving the 10 minutes. I believe there's about 4 minutes remaining on it. 52 seconds remaining in the power play. Face-off in the Gorman offensive zone. And they're going to change sides on them. Davis in for the face-off. Davis wins the face-off. Back to Posner. Posner sends it over. Back to Posner. Posner back to Baldi. Baldi, one-timer. And in! Baldi, the one-timer from Posner along the blue line. As they get the power play goal. Be a line change here after the goal. Dunny, Swanson, and Shiberta in. As the Gales continue 5-2. Goalie brushes it away in the Hawks crease. Hawks. Sorry, folks. Hawks send it deep. Posner there. Posner cross-checked in the back. No call. Coach not happy with that one. It's been quite a few non-calls. Swanson out to Shiberta. Beautiful pass. Shiberta looking to dangle, but not able to get there. Sorry, folks. Overshot that one. And puck's coming back the other direction. Hawks got a 2-on-1. And out of reach. Evan Davis is there with O'Hara. And Shiberta able to brush it, but nope, still in play. And Kelly flicks it out. Gales overshoot it on the breakout. Boys need to even ice it at this point. Swanson has it, kicks it up to himself, sends it, and Shiberta brings it in as the rest of this team goes in for a change. Shiberta, puck gets dispossessed at the goal line. And Martin is there to set it back in. Davis not able to pickpocket that, and that is going to be an icing as the puck comes back. Martin Miller in. Martin looking for one of his own this evening. Playing aggressively as a forward. Colin Davis in. Gales win the face-off. Shot off the blocker. Miller sends it loose in front of the net. Hawks able to pick it back up. But Colin Davis is able to hold it in. Looks, shot, loose. Davis able to get it back. Sends it right to the feet of the goalie and almost in. As the Gales smell blood in the water and are awfully hungry this evening. Travel day for the Gales, usually kind of difficult. Sitting in the car for so long, but Miller with a shot off the blocker. Davis just right of the net. Davis there to regroup, separates a man from the puck, flicks it out to Marsh. Marsh, Tritten, and goalie saves it. Very impressive save by the Hawks goalie on that sequence. As the Gales are on fire this evening through friendly words between the Gales and the Hawks. Crochet in to take the face off. Gales win the face off. Jennings sends it back down deep. X sends it out, looking for Swanson, but wasn't able to get there. Posner keeps it back in the zone. Crochet there, looking for a passing lane. Sends it back to DC. DC, pinned by two players. Swanson. Sorry, Lars Jennings. D4D, shot. Lars able to stop it from being cleared. Lars gets it. Shot. Still on Hattie watch for Jennings. Boucher back behind the goal line. Tries stuffing it short side. And goalie didn't have it, but they called it. Goalie's still looking for it. As the Gales go for a change and send back out the money line. Money line with one goal for the evening so far on a breakout from Tritten Creel, one-on-one with the goalie for a breakout at the blue line to beat the Hawks defenseman. Gales win the face-off, chip it along, unable to keep it in the zone, but Davis is going to send it deep as the boys tag up. Sorry, folks, not moving the camera as much as I should. Tritten keeping it pinned. Creel there to support. Tried sending it out, unable to do so. O'Hara sends it back in and right to the goalie. Hawks win the face-off. Top line coming through for the Hawks. Shot right at the net. Creel there to try to chip it, unable to do so. Makes contact, and the Hawks send it back deep. Moneyline unable to get it out there, but solid pass to Cash Johnson. Cash Johnson dangles, still has it, and backhanded goal, short side over the goalie's shoulder to make it a 6-2 game. 4:12 remaining in the third period. Second one for the money line. Sorry about that, folks. Trying to write things down, trying to run the camera and keep talking at the same time. 4:12 remaining, 6-2. Gales win the face-off. Said that quite a bit this evening. And puck shot deflected off stick and out of play. Who face off back in the neutral zone. As James Schmier runs over and grabs the puck for the boys. Keep this game going. Face off in the neutral zone. No clear winner. Hawks come away with it. Go for a defensive regroup. Send it up center ice. Try sending it deep. Dunnigan slowing everything down. Dunnigan still at the goal line. But Schiberto's going to come away with it. He's got a clear lane to Jennings. Frankie Stepancic out of reach. No icing as the Hawks player is able to get there. They try to chip it up. Dunnigan says no go and back in. Puck gets past Posner, but Baldi is there to regroup. Look for a passing lane. Frankie just over his stick. Baldi there. Separate the man. Schiberto loses it going through the neutral zone. Dunnigan, one-man army holding it down there with 3 Hawks players around him. Got to keep frustrations to a minimum here. No penalties. Stepancic. And O'Hara showing him twice now how well those workouts at Gorman have been doing for the boys. Taking down 2 players in his walk through the zone. Marsh sends it out to Evan Davis. Evan Davis there. Marsh just wide of the net on the rebound. Colin Davis puts pressure back to Evan. Evan sends it back on net this time. Goalie was not really expecting that one as Marsh goes. Colin Davis chips it, but out of play. O'Hara owes a few players an apology after this game because he trucked two of them, showing everybody why Coach has them do so many bleachers 3 days a week. Davis wins the face-off back to Martin. Martin, shot. Goalie loves it. Gales need to start working on getting some traffic. Hawks doing a self-inflicted penalty kill right now. They only have 4 players on the ice. Davis dangles around. Shot off the stick and unable to get in the net. Creel there. Martin dangles. Coaching for the Hawks still. Parents on the Hawks are yelling that they need a 5th player out there, but coach is not able to overhear it over the music. And they will roll in for 5 now. Crochet, Jennings, Swanson out. Looking for Jennings to get his 3rd of the game. 1:51 remaining. Martin, shot. Deflected by Jennings, almost in net. Hawks, top line out. Jennings unable to hold it, bounced over the stick, and Martin is there to regroup. He's going to bring it back behind his own goal. Chips it out to Jennings. Martin, again, reminding everyone why they work out so hard over at the Gorman training facility. Jennings, here it is. Shot. Rebound there, but wasn't able to make it as Jennings looks for his 3rd. Hoping coach keeps the forward set out there so Lars can get that. Hattie. Baldi, Posner in on your defensive set. Crochet in, Swanson, and Jennings. Another self-inflicted penalty kill for the Hawks. They only put up 4 players. Gales win. Baldi sends it Posner, bounced off the stick. Posner goes to send it deep, but not able to get enough on it. Goes off of the legs of the Hawks player. Crochet brings it into the zone, drops it back to Jennings. Jennings wants it. He's hungry. And players send it out into the neutral zone. Posner there to regroup, chips it in. Jennings, unable to get enough of a grasp, takes out a player in the process. He's not going to get the 3rd. He's going to get something. 37 seconds remaining. 6-2. And boys are just trying to hold it at this point. Baldi brings it back around. 28 seconds. Dangles back behind his goal. Brushes it off. Dangles. Hawks have not pulled their goalie. Goalie not really paying attention. Be called out. Looks like they're going to keep him in 10 seconds. Shot, short side, wide of the net, and that will do it, folks. 3, 2, 1, and game. And there it is. Your Bishop Gorman Gales, former JV, with a solid win, 6-2 against the San Diego United Hawks in their first ever Division III varsity game. As they come in center ice, and I'm sure apologize for everything they said during the game. Quick recap of our scoring for the evening. Jennings with the first goal. Pass, I need to go back and watch either off Xavier Crochet or Swanson's pass. Martin to Davis to Marsh for your goal number 2. Tritten to Creel, goal number 3. Colin Davis, second assist. To Posner to Baldi for his goal. Jennings, I need to go back and watch. That was his for his second goal. And then Cash Johnson, unassisted, backhand top shelf. Players doing a great job being good sports, talking to the refs, talking to the other team's goalie. The goalie did put forth a very solid effort this evening. All right, folks. Well, that wraps up for this evening. Tomorrow, there is a game at 3 p.m. against the Inland Empire United. Again, these will all be Division III games, 3 p.m. Pacific time at the same rink. And then wrapping up the weekend will be a game tomorrow night at 6 p.m. versus Stockton, and that will be at the KHS Arena, where we played most of our games at last trip to Anaheim with the very poor visibility, for which I'll just apologize now. Again, folks, apologize for the original feed not working, some technical difficulties that I'll have to work on this evening. As always, thank you for watching. Go ahead and subscribe, I guess, so that way you are aware of any other upcoming games. And if I have to do this again, you'll, where I had to start a new stream, you will get an email notification and that I started something, and you'll get a heads up that way. Have a good night, folks, and we'll see you tomorrow.